Neo-realist scholars like Kenneth give his theory of international politics. He called his theory as a scientific realism or a structural realism. Context क्या है theory का? तो from 60s till the mid 70s we find progress in international cooperation, international law and international organization. So Kenneth Walters raised the question whether power as a prime concern in international politics lost its relevance or does it still continue to be prime concerns. Okay, so Kenneth Walters' argument was despite growth in international law organization, power will always be a prime concern. So why power will always be the prime concerns? In order to explain his view, he preferred a more rigorous method of analysis than adopted by the modern view. So he goes for understanding structure of international system. Thus, for him, scientific analysis of international politics is to be based on understanding of structure. Walters is also known as Dante realist, and Dante was the phase during Cold War. Okay, so in 1979, he see the re-emergence of we see the re-emergence of Cold War. Same year, Walter's book, The Theory of International Politics, was published. Okay, the prominent ideas of Walters in international politics is that unlike Morgenthau, who goes for unit level analysis, Walters goes for structural level analysis. Walters explained the structure of international politics as anarchical, and anarchy denotes the absence of world government. Okay, so in order to understand the impact of anarchy, Walters has shown the comparison between structure of international politics and the structure of domestic politics. So he shows that it is a hierarchical because domestic sphere state exists. And hence, in domestic sphere, individuals need not possess arm for their protection, but in international sphere, state have no option but to acquire arms. Thus, the structure of international politics uh, creates the situation of security dilemma. As a consequence, international politics become the struggle for power. Kenneth Walters also make a difference between international politics and domestic politics domestic politics. Okay, so he shown that there is a functional differentiation exists and another is capabilities. Okay, so functional differentiation exist in domestic sphere among three branches of government. No such differentiation exists in international politics. Why? All states have performed similar function. Okay, and their capabilities. According to Wells, state in international politics may not differ in terms of function which they perform, but they differ in terms of capabilities. It denotes the amount of power. Thus, on the basis of the structure of international politics, Walters established that the structure of international politics gives no freedom to actor. It means that whosoever is the foreign policy maker, he is compelled to go for power politics. Thus, structure constrains the choice of actors. Hence, from his perspective, it will not make any difference whether Nehru is making the foreign policy or Indira Gandhi. There is a complete elimination of the personality factors. So it also gives the explanation as why foreign policy reflect continuity.